Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Club America career mode video. This is episode 15, and I know you must be all wondering why exactly are we starting from the beginning if we had just finished the Apertura final. Well, I have big news for you. Now, I know that maybe if we continue in the Liga MX, we'll continue playing against the likes of Chivas and we'll have some pretty good seasons, but it won't be to the challenge that you can say, well, I mean, the only real challenge we could possibly have is winning the Copa Libertadores. But aside from that, we don't really have an excess of, an amount of challenges. But I thought to myself, what if we move the team and we move all of this to a different location, to a different league, to a different nation? And ladies and gentlemen, today I am bringing you guys, I guess you can say, season 2 of our Club America career mode video, and we are going none other than the United Kingdom. Yes, we're going to be going to the UK, and we're going to be going not into the Premier League, but we're going to earn our way to the Premier League because we are going into the Championship. Of course, that is the second division of England, so that means if we were to prevail from this Championship league, then we would definitely ascend to higher heights, which would be the Premier League, which would be the ultimate challenge, really. I mean, it was between the Championship and the second division of Spain, but I thought to myself, it looks like it would be more of a challenge to go into the Championship. We're going to face a lot of good sides who are trying to go back into the Premier League, and we could be the first Mexican team to conquer Great Britain. So I hope you guys are excited. If you guys do think this is a great idea, please let me know in the comment section down below. Leave the video a like if you guys do like that. But let's go and let's talk objectives. Now, for youth development, they want us to grow one youth academy player and play him for about 10 matches. Brand exposure, they want us to sign a crucial player and make a little bit more sales in the money. So domestically, they want us to gain automatic promotion and of course get into the round of 32 of the FA Cup. So that should not be a problem. Now, many of you guys will wonder, is he going to take the same people that he had in the other career mode? And no, we're going to start fresh. We're going to start from scratch, and we're going to use players that maybe we haven't used as much in a career mode. We're not going to be bringing in Sebastian Jovinko as much as I would like to bring him. I think it's better off if we play other players. So there you guys saw who exactly was on my short list. I had Raul Jimenez, Giovanni Dos Santos, Luis Reyes, Eric Aguirre, Victor Guzman. We had Diogo Goncalves, Derlis Gonzalez. So we had a whole bunch of different players. And of course, like always, if you guys want me to sign anyone else, let me know in the comment section down below. But before we go into any signings, we have to sell first. So we're going to start putting players on the transfer list. There's going to be William Da Silva who goes on the transfer list. It's going to be Miguel Zamudio who goes onto the transfer list. Surprisingly enough, yes, I'm going to put Pablo Aguilar in the transfer list. Darwin Quintero as well will be going into the transfer list. So there's going to be a lot of names that are going to be going. Silvio Romero, of course, is going to be one of those who goes into the transfer list. Renato Ibarra is going to stay. Uribe Pedro Arce is going to go into the transfer list. We're going to keep going. Manu Perez is going to go to the transfer list. Gil Buron is going to go to the transfer list. I mean, we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep rolling. It's going to be Luis Amador to go into the transfer list. It's going to be Carlos Rosell to go into the transfer list. We're going to keep Güero Diaz. I know it might be a little bit, iffy, but I do think he could prove quite useful. Cristian Paredes to the transfer list. Jerson Torres to the transfer list. And pretty much those are all the names that we are going to try to let go. In the meantime, the preseason is going on in the background, but enough of that. That could be a little bit boring. We're not going to get into those matches because, of course, what we want is we want to play in the Championship already. We want to bolster our squad, and we want to get the best out of all of this. So I make a couple of signings in this video, and I hope you guys do like the signings I make. I will go into detail once we get to that point, exactly why it is that I'm selling and why it is that I'm bringing X player. So talking about Premier League sides, West Brom is going in for Miguel Zamudio. Of course, if West Brom actually knew what they were doing in this career mode, they wouldn't be opting for Miguel Zamudio. But still, either way, this is the Premier League, and this is a club that could possibly splash some cash. So I go in for a 3.2 bid. They say yes, and West Brom takes Miguel Zamudio off our hands. Well, at least we hope they will. We're gonna keep going now here, and I'm thinking to myself, we need to bolster up our squad, but before I need to just kind of relax with it. kind of let the transfer go for Miguel Zamudio. Of course, nothing is secure, and at this point, if we can get it, it'd be absolutely amazing. So there you guys can see the Club Brugge game. We're gonna just move on, and we're gonna go straight into hopefully getting a transfer. Now I'm going in for a winger, and the winger I'm choosing is gonna be Diogo Goncalves. I mean, I'm gonna try to get Dennis Gonzalez, but he's a little bit more expensive, but we can get him on a pre-contract deal come January, so he could be someone that could help us a lot in come the Premier League if we were to ascend after our first try. So we're gonna go in for the Portuguese player winger that plays for Benfica. We're gonna try to get Diogo Goncalves, left mid, 73 rated overall, but has a great potential and should definitely be a player that could definitely come in and do the job. So they don't really want Silvio Romero, which I mean, I understand he's not the best player in the world, but I said, you know what, all right, I'll go in with a 6.2 bid, see if they say yes. And then surprisingly enough, they wanted 6.6. That is a bargain for a player like that. So I thought to myself, well, what about if we try 6.4? Just kind of meet them halfway, not spend too much cash, and they say yes, of course. So now we can do a transfer talk and see what we can do with his wages, and hopefully Diogo Goncalves will be their new winger. Of course, on the wing we have players like Cecilio Dominguez, Diego Lainez, Renato Ibarra, Darwin Quintero, of course, can play in that side as well, but we don't really have an out-and-out trickster like maybe Miguel Arroyo was, and I think Diego Goncalves can definitely come in and kind of, you know, lighten up the mood and kind of just bring a spirit more into this squad. So I'm happy enough with all the decisions that we're going around here. Diego Goncalves is gonna be our first signing, ladies and gentlemen, the Portuguese winger. Hopefully Dani Ronaldo can start his journey with us, and he's gonna be an absolutely amazing player. Now we're gonna try to see who we go for striker wise, Raul Jimenez or Giovanni Dos Santos. Now it's a very, very tricky question, which I did not want to answer at the moment, although I did have players here that very, I think would be very good. Now I know many of you guys would want to see Miguel Layún come into the side, but if we go into the championship, if we go into the Premier League, now that would mean we get Premier League money, which would mean we have a bigger budget, which means we can spend more. At the time, we're restricted to an X amount of funds, which are not that much. But if we go to the Premier League, Miguel Layún is going to be one of those players that I'm going to go in right away for, because of course a left back of his caliber would do an absolutely amazing job in the Premier League. So for the meantime, we're gonna go with Luis Reyes. We're gonna delegate the transfers, and hopefully we can get things going. Miguel Zamudio, of course, now there you guys can see has been sold. We get a little bit of money for it, and now it's time to really check how things can go better for us. You know, I checked the budget; it was about 23 oddly. So now it's time to actually just try to go for it and try to see who exactly can we get. Who exactly can we bring in to bolster our attack? Now we know, of course, Miguel Zamudio has been sold, and at this point we needed a left back. The delegation was still going on for Luis Reyes. It looked like things were going good so far, but it's transfer offer time. We need to get a striker. We need someone up there with Oribe Peralta. And now this was a very, very tough decision, but I opted out with going for Giovanni Dos Santos instead of Raul Alonso Jimenez. And the reason why, before you start freaking out, is because Giovanni Dos Santos is a player that can be very versatile with us and could definitely be a great addition when we play in these types of game. Now, Raul Jimenez, of course, is a striker who is a born striker who would be an absolutely amazing acquisition. But I feel like if we can go and try to get Raul Jimenez once we get to the Premier League, that means we can even bolster our attack even more, have a little bit more depth. Of course, we're going to have a little bit more money, so it's not going to be an issue as to which one do we go for. And at the time, Giovanni Dos Santos would definitely be in the squad already ahead of Raul Jimenez. So there you guys can see we talked to Shaggy Smith. He gives us the green light to go ahead. We're gonna pay Giovanni Dos Santos And now hopefully he's going to be part of our team, which would mean Giovanni Dos Santos would follow in his father's footsteps and come play for America, and that would be absolutely amazing. And especially in a game where you know that it's going to be important that you have really good players to come and step in, I think Giovanni Dos Santos can definitely be that player we're definitely looking for, we're definitely missing. So it's gonna be quite a difficult thing to do, to try to get Giovanni Dos Santos to agree with us, because he only wants to sign for a year. One can understand that, but 2 years for Giovanni Dos Santos. Hopefully later on we can negotiate maybe an extension for another year and hopefully keep him on and keep him happy. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep going with it, and we're going to try to see whether or not he accepts our bid. So they want to go for exactly 12. He's not on a lot of wages, which is absolutely amazing, and hopefully we can keep it very, very low. Of course, I don't want to finish all our wage budget and then have to, tinker with the budget itself. So there you guys can see Raul Jimenez, Giovanni Dos Santos is our second signing. He's going to be an absolutely amazing player. I can already tell he's going to fit exactly with what we want him to do. And now I'm going to start delegating other signings. I think we need a little bit more depth. You're going to play in the championship, ladies and gentlemen. There is an abundance of games. There is an abundance of like I said, games, which means that we're not going to have that much of a resting period, which means we're going to do a lot of rotation, which means we're going to have a lot of tired legs, which then means we need a very, very good squad depth. Now, I'm not trying to get rid of a lot of players at this stage of the transfer window. We're going to see what happens later on, but I am trying to bring in a good amount of players, and funny enough, most of them are Mexican, which should mean that we're going to be representing Mexico as well as we can. So there you guys can see, we're going to delegate. We're going to try to bring Enrique Aguirre, Victor Guzman, two players that are very versatile, and Enrique Aguirre, who can definitely take the mantle of Paul Aguilar and can play in the midfield when things do not go our way. So there you guys can see, we're gonna bring in Giovanni Dos Santos. It's gonna be right then and there, and hopefully he can come in and score an abundance of goals alongside with Oribe Peralta, which we know they can work well, because 4 years ago in the 2014 World Cup, Miguel Herrera had them playing there together, and it looked like it was working out pretty well. So we're gonna move on here to the Getafe game. We're gonna simulate it. We're gonna go to penalties. We're gonna lose to penalties. So that pretty much ends our run in the preseason tournament. Things have been looking okay so far for us. Financially speaking, it looks like we're doing the right moves. There you guys can see, Burnley wants to take Oribe Peralta. It's not gonna happen. Burnley, Oribe Peralta is one of those players who is not going to come. So we're going to move on here. We're going to keep simulating, and we're going to keep on trying to keep things going along for us. There you guys can see, Paul Aguilar now is a target for Stoke City. So these Premier League sides really do take an interest in our players, but of course they're taking in the interest of the wrong ones so far. Peralta and Paul Aguilar are going nowhere. Two players that, yes, they are a little old, and they are probably getting on the wrong side of 30, but at this point we need them, and they could be very, very crucial. Now, another player that is getting targeted is Darwin Quintero, someone who we are ready to let go, and someone who we're willing to part ways with. And of course it's Brighton, who comes in with a pretty low offer, but then again, it is Darwin Quintero, and he of course is not worth, let's say, like 5-6 million, but we're gonna try to squeeze as much money as we can for this situation, and hopefully at the end of the day we can see Darwin Quintero part ways, and we can definitely use that money in a good way. So there you guys can see, Brighton, they play a little tough ball, but at the end of the day we end up securing, and there it is. Darwin Quintero has now been sold. Well, potentially sold. He's not officially sold yet until we see that little thing on the top that says he has been sold. So transfer offer for Carlos Osel comes in. We're definitely going to be taking that as well, and hopefully another one of those players that just isn't really going to get any game time, unless of course injuries and stuff like that happens, but still nothing nothing would go wrong if he was to leave the club. But good news, we get 2 green lights to go ahead and purchase 2 very, very good players, Luis Reyes and Eric Aguirre. Of course, 2 people that are going to be very, very crucial to our starting 11 if this was to happen. So 3.8 for Luis Reyes does not seem that expensive to me, and 4 million exactly for Eric Aguirre seems like a pretty good bargain. So 2 players that I think can come in and do an absolutely amazing job. I think it's definitely going to work out, and it's definitely going to be good. So I'm going to fast forward here just for the sake of time. I know I don't want to bore you guys with all these transfer nonsense and me rambling on. I know you guys want to see some gameplay, and I promise you we're going to have at least one gameplay here, so you guys don't think that I'm just trying to haggle you guys along and not see anything going. But here you guys can see all the transfer negotiations go our way. Luis Reyes is now another player of America. Now we're going to negotiate with Aguirre, and hopefully Eric Aguirre is going to do the same. So we're going to keep negotiating. Hopefully Eric Aguirre can stay for quite some time, 3 years, and we're going to keep going here. We're going to move, simulate as fast as we can, because of course, like I said, time is of an essence, and I don't want to sit here and bore you guys. But like I've been saying, hopefully you guys like the signings that I'm making, and if you guys do, please let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, like always, I want your guys' request. Who are we gonna bring in? Who do you guys want to bring in? And do you guys think I'm making the right moves? Let me know in the comment section down below. All these players so far so good are in the squad, and looking quite like a great side, to be honest. So hopefully things can keep on panning out that way, and we can move on and really, you know, kind of build a squad that we really want it to look good. Of course, it's not going to be the biggest and most expensive and greatest squad, but it's a squad with a lot of talent, a lot of heart, and hopefully a lot of passion. And of course, our objective is definitely going to be gain automatic promotion. And there you guys can see Darwin Quintero was sold, which means now we're going to go into a transfer hub. Victor Guzman was rejected at the end of the day. It looks like both clubs could not reach an agreement, which is a very unfortunate thing. So unfortunately, Victor Guzman, for the meantime, right now, we cannot get him. We're gonna have to wait a little bit longer just to try to get things going. But formation wise, this is what the team is gonna look like with the signings I've made so far. Pablo Aguilar is injured for the meantime, so it's okay. We're gonna have him come out for a little bit. So in goal, we're gonna have Agustin Marchesin, right back, Pablo Aguilar, center back Edson Alvarez, another center back Bruno Valdez, left back Luis Reyes, and then of course we're gonna go into the midfield. Goncalves, Uribe, Rodriguez, Ibarra, Gio dos Santos, and Oribe Peralta are the 2 strikers up top. A 4-4-2, simple, nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. Now on the bench we're gonna have Silvio Romero, William da Silva, Celio Dominguez, and of course Diego Lainez, Carlos Vargas, and our new acquisition, Eric Aguirre. So the 4-4-2, that's the way it looks, that's the way it goes, and that's the way things are going to be panning out so far for us in the meantime. So we're going to move on forward, and we're going to keep simulating, and hopefully we can get to our first game pretty soon, because I know you guys, that's what you're looking for, that's what you're waiting for, to see America play in the championship for the first time, for the only time that this could ever happen, of course, in the world of FIFA. But we get another transfer for Oribe Peralta. We're going to reject it because, again, we're not looking to sell our captain. He's going to stay with us for the meantime, and we're going to keep looking, we're going to keep going, and hopefully, like I said, we can get to that first game as fast as possible. But again, they try to offer Paul Aguilar, Newcastle. Nope, we're going to reject it, we're going to say no, and we're going to keep moving forward. Now, of course, it's very frustrating when you want to sell your players and the right teams come in, but for the wrong players. Of course, you know, you see the likes of Oribe Peralta and wanting to go, and then all this, and you know, you don't want to see that happen. So we're gonna move closer and closer to that first game. We're gonna be playing against Bristol City, I believe. I'll confirm the team right now after this, but it looks like we can go in for Victor Guzman once again. I really do want him. He looks like a great player, has an abundance of talent, and you know what, I think he'd be a great acquisition. Of course, we need rotation, we need a lot of players to be healthy, and I think he could be one of those players that can definitely come in and do a very good job. So we're gonna try to offer a swap with him for William da Silva. Pachuca said they're willing to go for it, but they just want a little bit more cash. And you know what? We're gonna meet them halfway in the middle, and we're gonna try to get as little money as possible for us to spend. And at the end of the day, Pachuca gave us the green light. We get the go ahead, and Victor Guzman is a possibility. Now all we need to do, negotiate with the man himself, get a contract going with him, and after that, well, he'd be exactly a Club America player, which would be absolutely amazing. So you guys can see, we're gonna give him a squad role of importance. A contract length, he only wants 2 years. A lot of these players only want 2 years, but we're gonna move on to 3 years. He's gonna say yes, no release clause, which is great because of course you don't want to deal with all that nonsense. And at the end of the day, we're going to, offer him just a little bit above what he's making. Hopefully, it can lead to great things. So, at the end of the day, that's pretty much it. And Victor Guzman is our player. So, we are now almost completely done with our squad. There's still a little bit spaced for improvement, but that is where I'm going to leave you guys the opportunity to just delegate and tell me which players you guys want to come into the side. So, first game of the championship, Bristol City. We're going away. We're going to a tough place. We're going to England, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a good one. So strap onto your seatbelts. Get ready for the ride of your time. It's Bristol City versus Club America. Hopefully you guys enjoyed so far up to this point. I know the video has been long. I've stretched it pretty wide, but at the end of the day, it's for the best because I hope you guys you guys are on board with this kind of FIFA experiment video, and hopefully we can take the team and expand it and go just kind of far above and anything. So I hope you guys like the idea. Personally, it wasn't mine to begin with. Huge shout out to Dylan who gave me this idea, who said, you know what, this would be a great idea, a great way to just kind of freshen things up, and I think he was right. So shout out to Dylan Jimenez. Of course, if you guys you guys have seen our podcast in the channel, you guys will know who I'm talking about. We do the Eagle Eye podcast show, which is going to be coming very, very soon back to you guys. A lot of news going on with America, but I will leave that aside. Ladies and gentlemen, kickoff is now, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. Bristol City versus Club America. It should be a good one. It should be a great one. So we're going to move on here. First minute of the match, Oribe Peralta is going to try to get inside, unable to do so, and then a great challenge by Giovanni Dos Santos, an opportunity not to keep going. It's Mateus Oribe to give it off to Oribe Peralta. Oribe Peralta tries to shield the ball, does well, and referee, how on earth is that not a foul? Ladies and gentlemen, that should have been at least a foul, and at most a red card. There you guys can see Mateus Oribe is going to give it off to Giovanni Dos Santos now, who's going to do a nice little ball roll, who's going to take the shot in, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen, our signing of the season. At this point, Giovanni Dos Santos puts his name on the score sheet, number 14 on a minute 14. It's an absolutely great run from him. Look at this great little turn inside. The defender can't do anything about it. Giovanni Dos Santos does well to cover the to put himself in a good scoring position, and it is right there. His first goal in the championship, his first goal for Club America, and for first impressions, it looks like he's gonna be an absolutely amazing player when it comes to working things out well. So now moving on here, 20th minute of the match, Goncalves is going to play it out to who? Mateus Oribe, who's giving it off to Guido Rodriguez, who gives it off to who? Oribe Peralta tries to turn inside, does well, gets his shot away, does well to block it, and now the ball, will it go down? It's going to go down. It's going to take a while. Where the ball did go? I don't know. There it is. The goalkeeper does well to catch that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a hard thing to do because that ball is coming at you fast and high. So 31st minute of the match now. We're going to try to move on here. 32nd minute of the match now, excuse me. Diego Goncalves. Can he cut inside? Yes, he can. Ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, 3. There he goes. Cuts inside as well. Does a little finesse shot. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Finesse shot for Diego Goncalves, our second player to score that has signed for us. And of course, he was the man to watch in this one. Diego Goncalves doing very good job. The Portuguese puts his name on the score sheet, puts his name in America history, and what a great little turnabout. Reminds me a lot of Sebastian Giovinco. Oh, how we will miss Sebastian Giovinco in this Club America career mode, but it looks like Diego Goncalves will do as well. So there it is. The Portuguese gets his name on the score sheet, and now hopefully we can keep on going and we can keep on scoring. 34th minute of the match now, so it's almost halftime. We just gotta hold on to this, not break, not give anything away. But as far as everything goes, it's looking good for us in here in the championship. I think we're moving the ball around well. We're doing things right. I think, at the end of the day, the team has really, solidified as a group, and of course we still have a little bit more to add. So, in the meantime, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good, decent side. So Bruno Valdez then steals the ball away, try to get a counterattack going with Diego Goncalves. Diego Goncalves loses the ball out. And then look at this, an opportunity for Bristol City, and they put that ball into the back of the net. It's 2-1, 40th minute of the match. It's not ideal, ladies and gentlemen. It's not ideal for us. There you guys can see, I believe his name is Reed, who puts the ball into the back of the net. A very, very poor goal from us. Very poor defending. It starts off from Diego Goncalves losing the ball in our own half, and there you guys can see Bobby Reed puts it in for Bristol City. And now we gotta keep going, we gotta keep pushing and hopefully score a goal right off the bat. Oriol Peralta plays it off to Renato Ibarra, Renato Farra Santos, Giovanni Santos, and then Diego Goncalves puts it in the back of the net. But the flag is up, ladies and gentlemen. It stays 2-1. So close to scoring that third goal straight off the bat. That would have been amazing. Notice how we have not cut or jumped to any scene. It has been an intense match just like that in the final closing minutes of the first half. 43rd minute of the match now. Keep going. Keep looking at your screens. We haven't cut away. Why? Because look at this great diagonal ball. It's an opportunity now. Marchesín parries it away good, but it's Bristol City who puts it in the back of the net. It's 2-2. And boy, we wanted a challenge. We wanted something new. Well, the championship's definitely bringing it on. Bristol City is an absolutely machine. Look at this. An opportunity they do not, give up easily. They're not lying on the floor. And Patterson, well, hats off to the guy for being there on the rebound. So it's 2-2. So now we blew a 2-goal lead. Not ideal. And now at this point, we're just trying to go into the first half, trying to collect our thoughts and hopefully get something going. But the referee hasn't blown the whistle. Now it's Giovanni Santos on the ball. Giovanni turns, does very well, gives it out to Oriol Peralta, oh, gets dispossessed, but the ball is still for Giovanni Dos Santos, who gives it off to Oriol Peralta. Giovanni gives it back to who? To Paul Aguilar. Paul Aguilar gives it off to Guido Rodriguez, who gives it off to Giovanni Santos. Oriol Peralta gets himself in a very good position, goes down low and under, and it's Giovanni Santos who puts the ball in the back of the net. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 3-2 now, 45th minute of the match. Literally last second to go before the match is done and dusted. And wow, all I can say is wow, the game has absolutely turned on its head. We went from scoring 2 goals to then getting scored 2 to then scoring a last minute goal in the first half before it ends. And ladies and gentlemen, the referee shall blow the whistle any minute now. No cuts in that scene. It was literally action, 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 and we take a quick breather. It's the first half. It's 3-2. Diego Goncalves gets his name on the score sheet. So does Giovanni Dos Santos. Wow. If this is how the championship is going to go, it's going to be one crazy ride. Now, 45th minute of the match. Things are barely opening in the second half. It's going to be an opportunity for who? For Oriol Peralta to put the ball in the back of the net. And he hits the crossbar. He hits the post. He hits where one player would not want to hit. Look at that. An open goal mostly, I guess it was a pretty tight angle. But Oriol Peralta should do much, much better than that. Should do way better than that. Now, moving on. 66th minute of the match. We steal the ball yet again in a very, very good position. It's Bruno Valdez. Bruno Valdez gives it off to Oriol Peralta. Oriol Peralta with Giovanni Dos Santos, who hits the post again. And it's that bloody post that is not helping us whatsoever. We should be up 5-2. But because of that post, we are still only in the lead by 1 goal. But this game itself has been an absolutely merry-go-round. The corner kick then gets headed straight into the goalkeeper. Nothing more comes of that. Now, moving on here. 82nd minute of the match. We've made some substitutions already. We brought on the likes of Cecilio Dominguez, Silvio Romero. Silvio Romero is going to give it off to who? Oribe Peralta, who then finds the back of the net. And Oribe Peralta says, this time, your captain will score. And there you guys can see Oribe Peralta celebrating, being happy, hugging with Diego Lainez, Edson Alvarez, and everyone in the club. What a great ball from Luis Reyes, gives it off to Silvio Romero, and then a cheeky little finish from Oribe Peralta, a poacher's goal, because Oribe Peralta is living that poacher life. 4-2, excuse me, and well, it should be 6-2 in all honesty, but that post. Oh, that post. Well, we're not gonna dwell on that any longer. We're gonna try to get something going here. A very, very good over the ball. What a goal that would have been by Reed, but the referee does put the flag up, and wow, what a goal that would have been. So we're gonna move on here. 86th minute of the match. Moving forward. Silvio Romero is gonna try to find Oribe Peralta. Silvio goes to who? Oh, he finds Cecilio Dominguez. Cecilio Dominguez is gonna try to put that ball low, unable to find Diego Lainez. And then, of course, Bristol City then just clears their line. Isn't really looking for any much more danger. Diego Lainez, now we only have a lead of 2 goals. We're going to try to get things going. Cecilio Dominguez is going to try to get something, but the defender does well to find his leg there. Luis Reyes is going to find who? Silvio Romero. I think that's a nutmeg or a deflection. I'm not sure, but that ball is in the back of the net, and there's someone who I bet none of you were expecting to find the score sheet. It's Silvio Romero, the Argentinian, who finds the back of the net. 4 and now 5. 5-2. We have that 3-goal cushion. We have that very, very good lead, and boy, are we happy with that. Silvio Romero, it looks like he was about to go for the nutmeg, gets a little bit of deflection, doesn't matter, ball still goes into the back of the net, and it's 5-2 to us. Bristol City, thank you, but good night. We have absolutely destroyed this team, and for the better part, I think we were the better side, but it was fun, it was entertaining, and it was definitely going to be one of these types of series where you know it's going to be a challenge, it's going to be a struggle, but it's going to be a very, very entertaining league. So the whistle goes, it's 5-2. We do one over Bristol City in their home field. I think nothing more to say, but we should definitely be proud of what things happened. Diego Goncalves and both him and Giovanni Santos had an absolutely amazing game, as well as Luis Reyes. So things looking very, very good for the side, for the team. What an opportunity for everything to kind of just gel together. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video so far to this point. I know it's been a far long video. I'm not one to do that, but I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I hope you guys like the idea, and I hope you guys like the fact that we're in the championship. Of course, we have a cup game coming up. We're not going to play that. I'm going to leave that for the next video. Of course, let me know in the comment section down below, guys, who do you guys want me to bring in. But before I go, I think it should be mentioned that because we're gonna have so much rotation, because we're gonna have such a heavy schedule, it's gonna be important to kind of have an A team and a B team, and sometimes kind of fluctuate in between and kind of say, well, okay, we need half of the A team to go with the B team, and just so on and so forth. So this is what the B team is gonna look like. Same formation, which is gonna make a little bit of a tweak. So it's gonna be Marchesín in goal, Aguirre. It's gonna be. I'm gonna give the youngster Cruz an opportunity, but I'll talk about filling in gaps later. But for the most part, this is how the squad is gonna look like. Diego Lainez is gonna be on one end, Cecilio Dominguez on another wing, Guzman, Paredes, Diaz, Romero, Cruz, Cedillo, Vargas, and Aguirre. Now, I need to probably bring in one good decent center back to fill in the gap, one good growing young potential center mid, and a good left back replacement for Reyes, as well as a striker, a backup striker. So those are the things that I need. So I'm gonna get the midfielder out the way because this Oriol Busquets guy has an absolutely amazing potential. He's super cheap, and of course, he looks like to be a great player. Now, I need a backup striker, someone that could fill in the shoes of maybe Silvio Romero if he was to leave, or maybe just kind of back him up in the B team. Someone that could do the job better than Güero Diaz. I need a potential better center back. So someone that can definitely come in and do a good job. Young, has a good potential, and of course a left back with the same qualities that needed, young potential and can come in and do a job. So those are the 3 positions that I need, and those are the 3 positions that I hope you guys can give me a kind of answer for, or maybe you guys will give me someone better and I can just kind of bring someone down into that side. So let me know in the comment section down below which teams do you want, which players do you want me to go for. So far these are our acquisitions. We've made a lot of changes to the squad. We've brought in a lot of players, so I hope you guys are happy with what I've done so far. But most importantly, I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys want me to bring? Who do you guys want me to bring? And let me know in the comment section down below. I do read them and I will reply as fast and as good as I can. So there it is, guys, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be it for the video. I'm not going to go any further into games or any more transfers or anything like that. I just hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you guys have, let me know by leaving a like, comment, share the video. I hope you guys are excited. We're in the championship. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep progressing. And if we can move forward into the Premier League, our objective is going to get now to the Champions League to win the Premier League. It's just going to be a great, fun series. And hopefully you guys can enjoy it. Hopefully you guys are going to be happy. Hopefully it's something new. It's something fresh that you guys can take away from it. So that is it. I'm going to see you guys in the next video very soon. If you guys do enjoy it, like I said, leave a like, comment down below. We're gonna have a cup match, and then we're gonna keep progressing and hopefully go further into this championship. So that's it for me, guys. Until next time, take care.